In today's episode of Horror Movie Talk, we will be reviewing Alien Romulus. Stick around and maybe you too could find out what a Romulus even is. I still don't know.
Is this a metal thing?
Yes.
Little taste.
David, what is this?
It's pretty thick.
Great.
I have to kill a lot of people. Just tell me what you want me to fuck.
I have big tits and a tiny vagina.
Oil me up, Daddy.
I can't believe that Bryce prefers big tits. Mistletoe alert. This is back country.
This guy was a real jerk.
How long can Hugo be pregnant?
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Oh, you're such a dick, David.
Okay, everybody, put on your corpse handling gloves.
Ew.
Hoodie Picasso.
Horror.
Hello, and welcome to Horror Movie Talk, an opinionated and accidentally funny horror movie review show. I'm Max Allen, the itchy boy, and with me is the very intelligent, very spicy Sydney Lee. No Bryce Handsome today. He
Just us kids.
he went camping, which is hilarious because he hates camping. So hopefully he survives. Pray for his back. We review a different horror movie each week. New theatrical releases always get priority, but we also review older horror movies, both good and horrible. Although today we do got a new release for you, Alien Romulus. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. The full video is available on YouTube. Don't be a square. Make sure to share. Also check out patreon.com. Sydney, stop coughing in the background. Also check out patreon.com/horrormovietalk, the equivalent of the adult section at your video rental store. If you want to add your P to the community pool, go to horrormovietalk.com or call 682-253-4468 and leave us a voicemail. Guys, we just went through a bunch of our voicemails, and we still have a bunch to go through. So you guys have been leaving so many voicemails. So happy about that. Thank you. We got a great show for you today, guys. We will be reviewing Alien Romulus. Still don't know what a Romulus is, but I love the effort they put into making these titles unique. We'll start out by giving a brief review. And our score for the movie, we score on a scale of 1 to 10. After we give our score, we'll get into spoilers and take a deeper dive into what we liked and hated about the film. Later on, we will be playing Name That Alien, a little game where I show Sydney pictures of aliens, and she has to tell me what movie they're from. So this game might not translate very well if you're just listening on Spotify, so maybe once we switch over to that, you can switch over to YouTube and you can play along with us. But either way, I think it'll be fun. What do you think about that, Sydney?
I am very excited to name that alien.
You seem super excited.
Okay, listen, I'm just tired, okay? But I'm very excited, and yeah, everyone should be watching this on YouTube. Then you can see our beautiful, sexy faces while you listen to
And
us.
mine.
I said
Okay.
our. I said our, not mine.
Alrighty. Let's stop all the yapping. Let's get into this review.
Let's keep yapping.
Alien Romulus can be found in theaters now. I have a quick question. How many Alien movies are there?
That is such a good question, because I think I've only seen like the original first three.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's like a lot more.
Yeah. I've seen the original Alien and this.
Wow.
Yeah, I was started to watch Aliens the other night after I put my baby to bed, and then I got like 5 minutes into it and she woke up and started crying, and I was like, I guess I'm not watching this movie tonight. So I've seen 2 of them now, and I think there's like 7. I don't know. There's a lot of them.
Let's see. Okay. We're gonna look this up because it goes Alien, Aliens,
Yep.
Alien 3, and then Alien Resurrection, and that's like the original 4.
Okay.
And then we have Alien versus Predator, and then Alien versus Predator Requiem. which are
Whoa.
also in the Predator canon. So that
Nice.
is across boundaries.
Wait, what am I? Okay, we're at 6 movies.
6, yeah.
That's 6.
And then we have Prometheus and Alien Covenant.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, which is the more recent ones, and then we have this one.
So this is the 9th movie in the franchise.
That's
And I've seen
so many.
2 of them. So I'm definitely qualified to run this review right now. Alien Romulus is about a young woman named Rain and her robot brother, Andy, who are stuck on a slave labor planet that never sees sunlight. There's 0 days of sun on this planet.
Very sad.
Very sad. On the day they finish their slave sentences and have technically earned their freedom, they are told that another 6 years has randomly been added. This is incredibly devastating for Rain, but not so much for Andy because he's a robot and has 0 emotions throughout the whole movie. Anyways, Rain's friends convince her and Andy to join them in a dangerous plan to hijack an abandoned ship in their planet's orbit and use it to travel to a free planet. I was kind of confused. I guess they're going somewhere with
Maybe.
freedom. They're going to planet America. Upon entering space and eventually entering the abandoned ship, things start to become more and more eerie. Dead bodies are everywhere, gravity randomly turns off and back on again, and the ship is in complete ruins. The deeper into the ship the group travels, the more alien they experience, and everyone gets a little bit more Romulus than they bargained for. Was that a good synopsis, you think? Did that accurately?
That was so good. It was
Okay.
exactly what happened in the movie.
Good. I'm just trying to check because, like I said, I have not had a ton of experience with these movies, so I just wanted to make sure I'm doing my due diligence here. My review of Alien Romulus is that it's a really good-looking sci-fi with great visuals and a tense atmosphere. The vibes on the ship feel creepy, and there is enough interesting moments to keep me entertained for the most part. My trouble with this movie is that we don't really care about any of the characters except for Rain and Andy, and there's like 5 other characters. The movie drops little hints about these people's lives, like, oh, you should care about this person because she's pregnant, or you should care about this person because a robot killed his mom. But it never really explores these things, and in the end I don't end up caring for these people. They're kind of just fodder, right? It's kind of feels very slashery. They're there so people can be killed by aliens. The movie also doesn't really add anything all that new to the franchise except for the ending, which I won't spoil. It has some actually pretty interesting things that it adds that are different, at least from the Alien movie I've seen. I don't know if hopefully it's unique, but a lot of the movie just kept being like, hey, remember face huggers? Or, hey, remember the chest bursting scene from the original? What if we did that again? Cool, right? And, just starting to get a little boring. I think that you can kind of tell the direction a scene is going in, and you're like, oh, they're just going to call back to the original in this scene, and then we spend the next 5 minutes doing that. I think that they could have been a little bit more original. This movie is 2 hours long, and while I was engaged with it for the first half, the second half dragged a little bit for me. It's not a terrible movie, but I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10.
This is wild because when me and Bryce did our episode together without you, Bryce gave the movie a 10 and I gave it a 5. And spoiler, I love this movie. I absolutely... Okay, so for context, everyone, I have been extremely sleep deprived this entire week, and I was very much looking forward to seeing this. So that could contribute to why I think it's amazing. But I also just really like the Alien movies. Like, this is just, like, something that I really enjoy. And I will agree with you with my knowledge of watching only the first 3 from a long time ago. The ending is something I haven't seen before. It could have been in the newer movies. I don't know. But I was like, wow, this is really interesting. I did not know they were going to do this. I It's hard because I really love this movie, but I also like don't disagree with the criticisms that you're giving it. Like,
Yeah.
I think that there were a lot of things that were kind of fan servicey, and that's what a lot of reviews I've been seeing online have been saying too. And a lot of people really are hating this, and a lot of people are really, really loving this. I haven't really seen any middle ground, which
Except
is
for me.
yeah, except for
See,
you.
I don't really get the hate. Like, it's pretty enjoyable for the most part. It's just like nothing crazy or new to me.
Yeah, I just had a lot of fun. I think Fede Alvarez is a good director. I mean, The Evil Dead from 2013 is awesome.
I love that
Like,
one. It's so cool.
It's so good. I love Kaylee Spaney. I saw her in Priscilla, and I think she's a great actress. But I agree. I don't really give a fuck about anyone else but Kaylee Spaney and Andy. Like that, I don't know if you're supposed to. I think it is very slashery in that way. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think there were a lot of things that mirrored the original in a good way and not in like a cop out kind of way. And I would have given it a lower score if it didn't end the way that it did, because I was kind of like, we'll get more into it in spoilers, but I was kind of like, this is fun, this is beautiful, like I'm definitely scared, like there's definitely some jump scares that definitely got me, but like I was like, we need to do something else, or this is just gonna be like a honestly like kind of like a remake of the original.
Yeah.
But they did do stuff, and I literally give this a 10 out of 10. I loved it. Like, I loved it. I know it doesn't sound like I absolutely loved it, but like I understand where the criticism is coming from. But I just had so much fun. Like I just had fun watching this. I was like, wow, this is so fun. I love it.
Man, your enthusiasm is making me want to bump this up to a 6. You know what? Forget it. This is a 6 out of 10.
Yay!
I actually enjoyed it too. I just, was probably being a little nitpicky, but well, wow. Is that your first 10 out of 10 this year?
For a new movie, yes. But also, like, I think Bryce was talking about it last week, or I don't know if it was on the episode that came out or not, but, like, he said he saw the Alien movies as, like, purely sci-fi and not horror. And, like, I think sci-fi and horror kind of go hand in hand most of the time, because sci-fi movies are, like, scary. Like, it's about, like, what if the future was really scary? Like, So it's like, this isn't like just because I gave it a 10 out of 10 doesn't mean it was like my favorite horror movie of the year, but as like an action sci-fi like spectacle, it's really good, if you know what I mean,
Yeah.
But it is
That makes
scary.
sense.
Like there are scary parts.
Yeah, I don't know if sci-fi is that scary to me. Like, I get the general, like, the vibe of it is scary, but, like, the monstery aspects don't usually do it for me. I actually really like the original Alien because it's just the one alien.
Yeah.
I like that it feels like you're, like, being hunted and, like, you never know where it is. Like, that's a scary idea. This one had some scary moments, but there was a lot of like action stuff, which I feel like once you go into the realm of action, you've completely abandoned horror, because I'm just not scared when like hundreds of aliens are coming at you and you're just like gunning them down with a machine gun.
Yeah, like no, I totally agree, and I think that's why I loved it, but that's also why it pulls back from being a horror at the same time, because like yeah, like you're not gonna watch a ton of horror movies that someone just has like a fucking laser gun and they're just gonna like maul down like a bunch of aliens. But yeah, the original is kind of like Jaws, where it's like you don't see the alien a ton, you just see it enough that you're like, what the fuck? Like you're like, what is that? Is she gonna get away? Like that's crazy. It's a lot of like quiet moments. It's a lot of like sneaking around and hiding, and like that makes the original is like really scary. Like it scared me as a kid. I'm sure it would scare me again. I really wanted to rewatch it, but I just didn't have time. And this is definitely not as scary as that one, which is interesting. But I don't know. I think it's good for what it is, but I don't know. I have been seeing a lot of hate about it, so it's interesting. And someone posted it in the Facebook group that they really, really didn't like it. And then you
I saw
automatically threw me under the bus, and you were like, I think Sydney loved it. We're reviewing it tomorrow. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. Well, in your quick take review, you were like, it's so incredible. It's so good. I was like, wow.
I really liked it. I've been having a tough week, and I just really needed to like do something that was just gonna be fun, and I didn't really have to think much, and that was this, and it was awesome. And I also saw it in Dolby Atmos. So it's like kind of like IMAX, and I was just like, damn, this is like, I'm like rumbling in my seat.
Well, good. I'm glad you had fun.
Thanks.
Alrighty. If you're listening to these commercials, you should know that you don't have to. If you head on over to patreon.com/horrormovietalk, you can get all sorts of goodies. You can get new episodes. You can get bonus content like our other podcast called The Afterpod, where we leave the mics running and just talk about our lives. Sydney shares lots of personal things, so if you want to get to know Sydney, go give us money, I guess. What else was I going to say? horrormovietalk.com/shop, where you can get shirts, hoodies, hats, buttons, stickers. Guys, Bryce is crying because no one bought the buttons that he spent so much time designing. He's so sad. He sent me some for free and said, please just wear them. No one's buying the buttons. So go do Bryce a favor. They're probably cheap. Buy the buttons.
They're probably cheap.
I don't know. I haven't checked it out. Should we find out how much they are?
I think they're $20.
Oh, that's actually a lot for a few buttons.
Don't say that. Well, you get 5 pins, so that's $4 a pin.
Hold on.
They are $20. I'm looking.
Oh, they are $20.
But also, we have that Lisa Frankenstein holograph sticker that I don't know if anyone bought, and it's really cool.
That sticker is really cool. We also have the Make Horror Movie Talk Great Again hat for $30.
Which people were dying for us to put that on the store, and I don't think that maybe one person has ordered it. Come on, guys.
No, nobody ordered it. People are liars. People are liars. We model this cool hat. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, put the hat on the store. We want the hat. It's so cool. I want to buy the hat. Guys, the hat's been on the store for like 6 months.
I know.
No one's bought the hat.
And like, honestly, the sweatshirt, I have a sweatshirt. It is so comfortable. I wear it all the time. I like, all of the shirts are nice. Like, I don't think anything's unreasonably priced, just throw us a bone. Support the show,
Come on, throw us a bone. Jeez.
Throw us a bone.
You guys are so annoying. Always listening to our podcast and not giving us money. I'm just kidding, guys. You don't have to give us money if you don't want to. Check out our resident artist, Dustin Goebel, a professional artist who fucks hard. He also takes commission for artwork from HMT fans. Contact him at DGOEBEL. I feel like I messed it up. I'm going to start that over. At DGOEBL. Wait. Why can't I read this right now? DGOEBEL00 on Instagram and make your autistic dreams come true. Tell him HMT
Autistic?
sent you. Again, that number is 682-253-4468. Thanks again for listening. Let's get into spoilers.
Wait. I don't know.
Sydney's in charge of the drops today. Come on, Sydney.
I'm not sure if I have that one. I'm not sure. Hold on.
Okay, well, make the noise with your mouth.
Wait. We're gonna hold on.
Wow. Spoilers. Okay. Welcome to the spoiler zone. Was that good, Sydney?
No, it was so good. I'm sorry. I was just looking in like the Google Drive and I can't fucking find it.
Why do you have the guy from Succession behind you?
'Cause his Logan called him Romulus through the whole show.
I don't remember that. It's been so long since I've seen that show. That's a good show, though.
It's so good. But I just thought it would be funny to have Romulus there, and it's like.
But his name is Roman, right? Or is his full name Romulus and they call him Roman?
I don't know. That's the thing. Is I feel like when Logan was mad at him, he would call him Romulus, but on a regular day he would just call him Roman. So it's kind of like when you have like a dog and they do something bad and like the dog's name is like, you know, Bob, and you're like, Robert. Like,
who names their dog Bob?
I don't know. That was so weird.
My dog's name is Goose, and we call him Goosey. And we eventually started calling him Goosey Roo. And then that turned into Goosey Rhubarb Pie. And then now sometimes we just call him Little Rhubarb.
That's really cute. I love rhubarb pie. Yum. Sounds really good right now. My cat's name is Suki, and when I'm mad at her, I'm like, Sukiana Johnson.
Oh,
Do not.
we do that too.
Really?
We call him Gooseyana. That's so cute. All right.
Should we talk about
Well, let's
this
talk
movie?
about this movie. You gave a 10 out of 10. Wow. So it opens with a ship in space grabbing a big old rock. And they cut into the rock, and the scientists are all very pleased with themselves. And then it, like, zooms in on the underside of the rock, and there's, like, alien?
Yeah.
Question mark? I was a little confused at
Like
what
a
I was looking at. It was
fossil,
really dark.
I think. Like.
Yeah. But we are to believe that they are collecting alien the xenomorphs, right, from these rocks and like studying them on the ship. Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, I mean this space station is the space station from the first one. And I think they said that it's been like 170 days since everything happened or something. So this is like right after. This is what I gathered. Is like someone said they stopped conducting experiments 170 days ago, which leads me to believe like that's when Sigourney Weaver left the ship from the first one. Because I don't know what like what year the first one was supposed to be. I forget. Because it was like 2141 in this movie. Oh, this is 2122. So it's been 20 years. Okay.
Okay. I feel like this isn't the same ship.
It is.
Because how could it be?
It is. Because the guy, spoiler, Rook is on the ship.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, you're right. I was just thinking on the original there's only one alien, and then that alien gets like booted, right? And in this one there's like hundreds of them. So where did they come from?
Well, I think maybe I was just misinterpreting things, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But like, I think that they just kept running experiments, like the AI kept running experiments after all that shit went down. And so like they kept collecting like face huggers and stuff like that, and they probably just like started cocooning and made their like nest. But I mean, it wouldn't be an alien movie without they impregnate people with the face huggers. That's how they breed.
But okay, yes, I get that much. Sorry, I feel like I'm taking us far away from what this movie actually is. But
What is the lore? What is the lore?
I'm just thinking, like, how did they get so many on the ship? There's so many.
I don't know. I haven't seen the first one in a long time. I don't know if that would put any like hints into anything. But yeah, I'm not sure how like they had a lot of face huggers, and then they had a lot of just regular aliens, which was like I was shocked at that because I thought there was only gonna be one alien because that we only see one like incubate in this, and then there was like 20, and then I was like, wait, it's like where did they come from? Why is there like a whole nest? Like maybe they just I don't know how they procreate. They must just like appear like cells do. I don't know.
Interesting. Appear like cells do? Okay. Sydney's biology 101 teaching us exactly how cells they just appear. Let's keep going on this movie. So after the ship grabs the rock and they're like studying it and stuff, we go down to this planet which is completely dark. It looks awful. It's basically like you know that show Severance? Have you seen
Severance. I love that show. Oh my god.
I do too. This is like Severance Planet where you wake up and you're just at work all the time and then it never ends. You're always at work.
Literally.
and then you finish your work and you're like, "Okay, I did everything you asked me to do. Can I go home?" And they're like, "No. You have to work for 6 more years now."
They're like, "You have 12,000 more hours." I was like, 12? How many? That is so many. That's so many.
So Rain is our main character. And her brother, which I don't know why it's called her brother. It's a robot, right?
Yeah, he's an artificial person is what he likes to be called, which was really funny when he said that.
Yes.
But yeah, her dad like found him in like a junkyard basically getting scrapped, and he rebooted him and said your only directive is to do what's best for Rain. So they were kind of raised together, and they don't look alike, and he's obviously an AI. So
he seems to have some screws loose.
Yeah, I think it's because he was in a scrapyard or something like that, and he just doesn't really. And his only directive is to protect Rain, so it's like he's not really like seeking knowledge and like wanting to learn about stuff. So he's just kind of like programmed with dad jokes, which is honestly kind of cute.
Yeah, it is cute. I like that they're like out on the street. They're going to like check how many like credits they have or whatever, and he like gets sidetracked by this like side hustler on the street who's like doing that cup thing where you like move the ball from the cup, and he's like, "Oh, let's do this," and she's like, "No, it's never in the cup you choose," and he's like, "How am I supposed to win money then?" Like he's just oblivious to how it works, and so I like that a lot.
He's like
a good character.
He's like a child. He was definitely my favorite out of everyone. And that has in part to do why like all the other people that they eventually join up with most of them have British accents, but not British accents like you can understand. I honestly didn't know what they were saying for most of the fucking movie. Like, especially the asshole guy.
Were you high?
Literally didn't. No, I wasn't.
Oh.
I wasn't.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
What the fuck?
I believe you, okay? I'm sorry.
I was so
Judgmental Max has to come out every once in a while.
I was so fucking sleep deprived. I went to bed at like 6 a.m. that day, woke up at like noon, and then went to see the movie at 4 after like going to multiple Dunkin' Donuts trying to get food. So no, I guess I was high off life in that moment.
Cool. That sounds great. A natural high.
Yeah.
So yeah, they go to like their, I guess, an international space station type thing where you can say like, "Hey, I've worked all the hours that I need to work, so I'm allowed to leave." And she goes, "Oh, yeah, you did work the 12,000 hours that you were supposed to. It's too bad like 2 days ago they changed it to 24,000. So good luck. Get out of here. Scram." Which is just so terrible. But then she gets a call from her friends who are like, "Hey, we have this plan, but we need you and your brother to come meet us so we can tell you about it." Mm-hmm. So they meet them in this like space trailer park, and they basically say that there's a ship in orbit that's out of commission. There's no one on it, but it has like the necessary things like cryo fuel and like energy and stuff that they need to get to another planet. Like they can't leave this planet with the ships they have. They need like more advanced ships, I guess, because they make it to space.
So they need they just need the cryo sleep stuff. They need the pods, and they need the like cryo sleep gas or something, because it takes 9 years to get to the planet they want to go to, and they obviously can't just be in space alive for 9 years. They don't have the supplies for that. So they're like, yeah, we tracked this ship and it's like decommissioned, and we're gonna go take stuff from it, which I thought that they were gonna like go take the ship, and then once they get up there they realize that it's actually like a fucking space station. So they're like, okay, well, we can't fly a space station, we need to just take the pods and the energy and put it on our ship, and then we gotta go. And that's kind of what I got from that. I don't know.
Yeah, I would be very afraid to go into cryo sleep. That sounds so scary. To just lay down and wake up like 10 years later.
But
I don't
it's
like that.
Have you seen Interstellar?
Yes.
It's like
I love Interstellar.
That's so good. I've seen it so many times. But like they go into cryo sleep, but they don't have enough for everyone. So one guy just like stays up, and he's like mad fucking old after. Oh, it's so sad. Like it's so,
yeah, that's
like,
devastating.
It's so sad.
That's like that one episode of Black Mirror where the one guy is like trapped in space. Have you seen that one?
Oh, the new season?
Yeah, with Aaron Paul.
Oh my god, that was a devastating episode. That was like,
that episode is so crazy.
It's like a movie. Like that episode is like, it is long enough. I think it's like an hour 20, honestly. Like that is like a literal movie. That was my favorite. Yeah. Well, that one and the like Loch Ness Irish one, whatever that was, were my favorite.
Yeah, I don't really remember much from that one, actually.
It's the murder. They go to like a small town in Ireland, and there's like
we
a bunch
should
of
totally
murders
review Black Mirror episodes sometime. That'd be so fun.
Ooh, that would be a really good idea for like October or something. But you know,
could be good.
We'll see. We'll see, right, guys. Okay.
We'll see. Bryce always shoots down our ideas, so I'm always like, Bryce, I really want to do this, and he's like, Max, let me do my Bryce impression. Max, that's not what horror movie talk is. That's not what we do. That's what he says to me. Okay.
Bryce wanted young new voices on this podcast, but he doesn't listen to us.
He doesn't listen.
He doesn't.
He just wants to run things. It's his way or the highway. And right now,
help!
It's his way.
Help!
Forces us to do episodes without him so he can go on vacation. I mean, what is this guy? The episodes aren't even good without him. So they fly their little ship up into space. No one stops them, which I thought was kind of odd. They just leave the planet that they're like enslaved on. I guess the idea is no one on this planet has the tools necessary to actually like get out anywhere useful. Like they can get out into the orbit, but they can't really like go farther than that.
Yeah, I think it's like the planet's kind of like a free for all, like based on like I didn't really see any like quote unquote law enforcement or anything. It kind of just looked like I'm not very well versed in Star Wars lore, but it looked like Batu, where it's like just like a bunch of weird shit happening and people are like all kind of criminals. Like that's kind of what this is.
That's crazy that you just said I don't really know much about Star Wars, and then just started saying words that I've never heard of.
Well, I just know that because at Disney World, there's like, they have Batu. Like, that's like the Star Wars land. And it's like, I don't know.
I've seen all the Star Wars movies, and I think they're nice. I I don't understand the undying love. I think the original trilogy and the prequels are the best.
I have only seen like one original Star Wars, and every time I've watched the Star Wars movies, it's been against my will. It's just like, this is happening.
You've never seen like 6, 7, and 8?
I honestly, I saw a Darth Maul
Or did I wait? What did I just say? I meant 4, 5, and 6. What am I talking about? It's hard because the numbers are weird because the first 3 that came out are technically the second 3. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I saw the one with Darth Maul in it, and then my dad made me watch Rogue One when it came out, which is like a totally different thing.
Are you telling me that's the only Star Wars you've seen?
I've seen like bits and pieces of other ones, but
You saw Phantom Menace and Rogue One, and that's it?
yeah.
And you're on a movie review podcast.
Hey,
Wow.
okay. I just never got into Star Wars, and that's just like, I don't know. That's like a whole other thing. Like, I have to really mentally prepare for something like that. But
Everyone makes fun of me for not seeing that freaking bowling movie.
not just a bowling movie.
But Sydney hasn't seen Star Wars. Okay.
But fun fact, Ridley Scott, who made the original Alien movie in 1979, he saw Star Wars, and he was so mad that he did not make a movie like that. So out of spite, he fucking made one of the best sci-fi movies of all time. He made Alien after watching Star Wars and being like, damn, I should have did that. And then he made Alien. Like, are you fucking kidding? Like, that is unreal. Like,
it's pretty incredible.
And it's arguably better than whatever Star Wars
I
movie, so.
kind of like it better, but also I do like Star Wars. I'm just not like crazy into it. I know Bryce is crazy into it. Like, he has the Lego sets.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Legos
He
are
had Lego
cool.
sets hanging from his ceiling at one point. Like TIE fighters and stuff. He's a funny guy. I really liked the Lego Star Wars. Do you ever play Lego Star Wars?
No. I
The
played
video
Lego Jurassic Park.
Let's move on. You're pissing me off.
Or Jurassic World. I don't know what it was.
All right. So
Okay.
they get to the ship that's abandoned, and the men go in because it's a man's job. And the women stay back. And the robot, which I guess is kind of a man, but not really, goes with them. They go into the ship and they find the cryo sleep pods, but they're like low on fuel, so they need to go look for more fuel on the ship. And that's when we get a lot of the character exposition where they're like, why is this guy such a jerk to Andy? And he's like, oh, his mom was in the mine, and then the robot just forced her to stay in the mine until she died.
Yeah, it was like they like said something like, "Oh, but AI can't, like, they're not allowed to kill humans, but like this robot like sealed off this mine to save like 12 other people. So like when that's the case, it can happen." Like, it was just something that didn't mean anything. Like, it really didn't matter. This guy was just a dick, and he could have just been a dick for no reason. Like, you need a guy that just sucks, like, in a movie like this, and then he gets to die and you're happy, like, and like, but yeah, they needed to bring Andy the robot onto the ship because they can't get access to certain doors and stuff without his like fingerprint or whatever.
Yeah, he sticks his finger in a hole and it opens doors. It's great.
It's great.
And we also learned that one of the girls back on the cruise ship is pregnant, which I don't know even why they added that.
Well, I mean, it comes back later. That's why.
Wait. Oh, I'm just connecting how it all works.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
That's the only reason that happened is because she was
Oh.
pregnant. Yeah.
That makes so much more sense because I was like, wait, how did that happen? Did they just like hold her down? And we don't need to talk about that, but
We'll get there.
Okay, that explains so much. I was very confused.
Okay, I'm glad that you now know.
Okay, so
Yes.
she's pregnant, and that is important. It's
It
not
is.
arbitrary. Cool. So they eventually make their way, and they find the room with the cryo fuel, which is good, but they can't get into it because it's too high security, or is it they can't get out of it?
I think they get into it, but the door is like it won't open all the way, and then once they're in there, the guy who's a dick, whose mom died, like tries to get the gas thing, the cryo gas thing out, and he like freezes his finger by accident, and that sets off a bunch of alarms, which makes the temperature in the room go up because like it obviously got really cold because of the cryo stuff. And once the temperature in the room goes up and like the alarms are blaring, the like 10,000 fucking face huggers who are incubating like start coming out of the pods because they're like warming up and they've been frozen for a fucking reason so they don't wreak havoc. And so that starts happening, and they're stuck in this room, and they have communication with the girls back on the ship. And so Rain
This is when I texted you, girl time.
Yeah.
Because then the girls come to the rescue, and they
Not the pregnant girl, though. The pregnant girl stays on the ship, and the pilot and Rain go onto the ship to go help.
Right, and so they find like a chip in like a dead AI or something that has higher security clearance than Andy does. And so they're like, oh, we need to get this chip to Andy so that he can put it in his brain, and then he'll have the security clearance to open the door back up and they'll be able to escape. So they get it to him and he puts it in his brain, but he's got to like reboot. And this is kind of where his character flips a little bit for the rest of the movie, because his main directive was to protect and take care of Rain, but with this new like data chip in his head, his new directive is to like make the company profits. I don't know.
Yeah, do what's
like,
best for
he's
the
a company man now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the fun part. I really liked this part when he's rebooting because it's like scary. He's like frozen and he's just looking up, and they're getting like fucking attacked by face huggers, and they can't get out because they need Andy to reboot first, and they're all freaking out. And eventually they do get out, but they're like killing face huggers in the process. And while this happens, they get out, but they don't shut the door in time, and then the pilot gets the face hugger on her face.
A face hugged. He gets a face hug.
And they're
Yeah.
freaking out because like it constricts your neck and they can't get it off without killing her. And then they decide to reboot the dead AI, and the dead AI is Rook from the first movie, who has a really strange CG face, which
He
was
looked weird.
it was my biggest problem, was that like I feel like they could have done something a little bit better with that, because the rest of the movie is really gorgeous. Like it really is seamless, and this was just strange. But I think it added also, like in its defense, it added like the creepiness factor, because you find out he is a bad guy in the first movie. Like you find that out because you don't know what his motives are until like towards the end, where he's like, oh yeah, I don't give a fuck if all of you die. Like I need to do what's best for the company. And now Andy has this chip too. So it's like Rook is like trying to give them information about like the aliens and stuff. And they do get the face hugger off of the pilot's face, but like Andy is completely transformed into something that Rain doesn't recognize. And I loved it. I loved how he became like this crazy, like super strong, like nuts dude. Like it was fun.
Yeah, I think that movies just need to like move on when actors get old. Like, just cast another guy and give him the same name. I can put 2 and 2 together. Like, I'll just be like, yeah, that's the same person as from the first one. Like, it's not going to be confusing for me. You don't need to like de-age people in order for me to like understand who they are. I think that's something that needs to stop happening because it's never done right. When have you ever seen someone de-aged and it looked good?
Yeah, did you see The Irishman?
No.
It's
That movie
like
was 3 hours long. I'm not watching that.
It's longer than that. I had to watch it in like parts, but yeah, they de-age Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, and it's just weird. Like, it's just weird. And this guy died. Rook is dead, like the actor Ian Holm. So
wait, how did they get? Were they just using footage from like the old movie and transposing it into this?
Maybe it's like that when they do holograms of like Tupac at concerts. Remember when that happened?
Oh.
Maybe it's like something like that. But
I wonder if they just had like a guy like in a green suit, and they just like put his face over the top, or like how they make the monkeys from Planet of the Apes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it probably was either that or like they literally just made like a practical effect half body like thing, and then they just like superimposed like facial expressions onto him. Like,
yeah,
something like that. But it did look weird. But I was excited when I saw that Rook was back because I was like, ooh, this is gonna add like a layer of like shit, and it did. And like it added like another villain as opposed to like the monsters in it.
Right.
It's a very chaotic movie from then on too. Like, everything just kind of happens.
It's honestly a little too chaotic for me. Like, it got to the point where like I was not really following everything that was happening because there's like every scene is just like a new action sequence and like a new problem that's solved in 30 seconds and then immediately something else is wrong. Like, it gets pretty crazy. So yeah, the pilot has the face hugger on her face. They freeze it and it lets go, but Andy says that there's like a 60% chance that she's already infected or something like that. And he's a robot, so he's thinking analytically, but they're like, no, we got it off her face. Like, we got to get back to the ship. And they kind of split up a little bit right here. I don't know if you understood exactly why, but I was a little confused why they were splitting up.
Well, she has to get back to the ship and move it so they can be near the place where like the cryo sleep chamber thing is, so it can like drop down into their ship. And so she like goes back to the ship and they stay on the ship. I don't really know. But once she gets back there, we do find out that she is impregnated.
A mother.
She's a mother. And
And her baby bursts through her chest cavity.
Yep, and then we get the first alien incubation process. Oh yeah, and
They're so cute.
I know. The asshole guy goes back with her. Yeah, and then Rain and Tyler stay on. I think that's his name. They stay on the ship because they're. I don't fucking know. I don't.
Yeah, see, that's why I was confused because they stay on the ship and yeah, the other two go to move the ship, I guess. But I was confused why they weren't all staying together. But yeah, that happens like a lot in the movie. I feel like people are always being separated.
It's like Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
Yeah, but oh my god, I really wish I remember why they split up like this. I think maybe Andy is like, oh, we need to do something first. Like, I think maybe that's what it is. Like, Andy's trying to like direct or maybe they get stuck with like the face huggers, and I think they have to get something. I think they still need to get something off of the ship, and so they're like, we'll be right back. Yeah, and then it's just like I don't know. I don't know how much we should go into everything that happens because it really just goes.
That's
like,
okay. Let's talk about a few things that I thought were kind of fun. So I think it's the next scene where they have to be really quiet and raise the temperature of their room to match their body temperatures in order to not wake up all the aliens. And so they're going into this room where there's just face huggers everywhere, and they're all like sleeping. And they explained that these aliens don't have eyes. They can only hear you and sense your body temperature, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So they mask their body temperature, and they're just being really quiet. I texted you, what did I text you? A Quiet Place Part Romulus.
Yeah.
Because that's what it felt like.
He was texting the entire time he was at the movie, guys. Like,
there was
I
no one in
like,
that theater.
That's crazy to me, because like I went on opening day and there was a good amount of people.
This is the 9th movie. There's not gonna be that many people in Idaho Falls seeing the 9th alien.
I guess that's fair.
Another part that confused the heck out of me was, so one of the guys has like a taser on a stick.
Like a cattle
And
prod,
they-
basically.
Yeah, it's like a cattle prod. And they go into this hallway that's like the walls are all fleshy. And he looks at this part of the wall that just looks like a pussy. And he sticks...
Thank you for
the-
saying that. Oh my God. I was like, vagina. I was like, vagina. It's secreting fluid and opens like this. Like, you're like, oh.
It's shaped... And
Literally.
he sticks it in, and it squirts acid. I was like, the reason I was like so confused, I was like, why is he even sticking it in there? Like, what does he do? What is he trying to do?
Wouldn't you just like stick it on the side? Like, no, he
Or just keep walking? What is the deal? Like, what is he?
No,
I don't
this
know.
was when they were back on the ship that they were gonna use to leave, and this was after the pilot died and the aliens started incubating on this ship, and so he saw this and he was like, "Oh fuck! Like I gotta kill this thing before it like hatches," basically something like that, and so he like thinks
Oh.
that electrocuting it or fucking it basically what happens will kill it, but it actually just makes it angry, and it makes the alien come out sooner because he's like, the alien's pissed, and so yeah, the asshole guy gets acid burned to death, which was a deserving death for him because he was really annoying. But
I
yeah,
don't know if it was a deserving death. He was annoying and didn't like robots, but he was still like trying to help everyone and like save their lives.
I guess.
I don't think he was like evil. I don't think he deserved to be burned to death by acid.
I don't know. He was pissing me off, so I was just like, okay, but yeah, he dies, and then like the alien comes out of that while like everyone else is on the ship trying. Well, I think it's because like Andy has a new directive, so he's trying to like make them do. Oh, that's why they didn't leave the ship, because Andy is trying to get the like alien formula that the scientists have made. And so he's
Yes.
trying to direct them to go grab that before they leave, so they can like Andy can complete his what the fuck was that? Andy can complete his like mission or something. So yeah, so 2 people are now dead on the original ship. The pregnant girl is sleeping through this whole thing. She's
Well,
sleeping.
this is when she actually they like find her because she gets separated somehow, and they find her on the other side of a door that only Andy can open, and she's like, "Please let me in," and they're like, "Yeah, Andy, come on, let her in," and he's just like, "Nah."
He's like, well,
And then
I'll
a bunch
die.
of aliens like take her. I thought she died there, which is why I got confused about the ending.
Well,
But I guess she doesn't die.
The alien took her, and like, you know how the alien like puts you in their nest, and
Mhm.
like from the original movie, because we see all the dead bodies that are up there, so it put her in the nest instead of killing her. I'm not sure why. That's just something that they like to do for fun. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
And so they then they want to go find her and save her, because like they're all like really confused about Andy. But Rain stays pretty loyal to Andy. She's just kind of like, oh, I gotta get this chip out of him so he's normal again. So they go try to find her, and there's
they get these guns that have aim assist on them, which is so cool.
It's
so awesome. Cool. You like tap the trigger, you like pull it halfway back, and it snaps to whoever's in front of you. It's awesome.
It's fucking awesome. But they're like, Andy's like, you can't fire this because we're in the bottom of the ship and it'll create like a suction out of space or something. So just like, but the aliens will think you're a threat, so they won't attack you as long as you aim the gun at them. Like that's like what he said. And it was like kind of true. Like the aliens were definitely not going towards them when they had these guns, which was interesting. Also,
well, eventually she does have to start shooting them, so it doesn't work for that long.
That's a little later, but like it's interesting because in the first one, Sigourney Weaver has like a flamethrower that she is killing them with, and until they get these guns, they have like the cryogenic fuel to kill them with, so it's like the opposition of like freezing them and burning them. Like I thought that was like really interesting.
I think something about this movie, and I'm assuming a lot of the other Alien movies, because I think a lot of them are like this, the way they make it like so easy to kill the aliens if you have like a gun or something, I feel like kind of undermines the first one, where it's like really difficult to just escape this one alien. You know what I mean?
And you would think because like there's a ton of aliens on this ship that like it would be really hard to get away from them, or like because they're very sneaky, like, and they know how to hunt. But like these aliens, you know, they didn't really hide that well. Like they were kind of just like, hey, and everyone was like, boom, 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 boom.
That's true, because in the first one, the alien like plays mind games with them and like hides in the vents and stuff, and in this one they just like attack them like wild animals.
Yeah, which is interesting. Like, I mean, there was a little bit of hiding, but should we like kind of go to what the twist at the end was? Because I was kind of like, okay, we get a lot of face huggers, we get the chest bursting, and then I felt like we weren't getting enough alien screen time. Like I was like, this is weird. Like, I mean, there's a lot of aliens here, but I feel like it's not enough. It's not something that like, you know, I wasn't gonna give it a 10 out of 10 at that point. And then once we got to the end and we had that twist, I was like, okay, I see why there wasn't like a ton of alien screen time. So we have the pregnant girl. They try to save her. And they do save her. They eventually like get back on the ship, and like the other guy dies, and it's like Kaylee Spaney and Andy and the pregnant girl, and then they go into cryo sleep. But lo and behold, the alien has done something to the pregnant girl, because she like gives birth like immediately, and
to a full-grown man.
First, it's a baby in like a egg sack that's like supposed to be like the alien eggs, and then Kaylee Spaney's like, okay, sure, and then like it just disappears, and then it's a full-grown alien man. It is so gross. It's gross.
It's a xenoman.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Like it's really crazy and really gross. And there's a good jump scare later on with it.
I love how it looks. Like it's got the xenomorph body, but like the head of a ugly man.
Yeah.
And it's like 12 feet tall. Like it looks wrong. It looks really wrong.
Yeah, because at this point you think like they're okay. Like a couple people have died, obviously, and it's sad, but they get the fuel. They're gonna go to the planet. They're gonna go into cryo sleep, and then you're like, boom, like more shit's happening. But Kaylee Spaney figures it out. The baby man xenomorph thing does kill its mother, and then Kaylee Spaney figures out that she can like eject the cargo hold and get it out of there, and there's a little bit of cat and mouse there, but she does eventually kill the alien.
I do think the cat and mouse type thing like goes on for just too long. Like it's so long. The ending Like, they could have shaved off, like, at least 20 minutes, I think. There's so much running from aliens, hiding behind a door, running from aliens, shooting them, running from aliens. Now there's a big one, and running from him, and now it's zero gravity, and then he's in the cargo hold. Wait, now he's out of the cargo hold. Now he's back in the cargo hold. We got rid of him. Like, geez, that took so long.
Yeah, it really did. And I know I gave this a 10 out of 10, but, like, it is not better than the original, and none of the Alien movies will be as good as the original. The original is like the pinnacle of sci-fi, honestly. Like, and I have no problem saying that because it's.
I mean,
like,
that one's a 10 out of
true.
10 for sure.
Yeah,
that's like, how do you argue that?
But for this being like a fun, actiony, sci-fi, enjoyable experience, that's like more why I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Like, as a movie, it's not like extremely perfect, if you know what I mean. But like, it's really good and it's really fun. If you're looking to like have fun and not really care about like the exact rules and stuff, and you just want to go see like a fun action movie, like I would highly recommend this. But like, if we're like, you know, have you seen the Predator movies, or at least the first Predator?
I've seen the first one.
Yeah, so I saw the first one and then I saw Prey when it came out, and like,
yeah,
Prey is a really, really fucking good addition to the Predator franchise. This is not as good of an addition to like a franchise like this, but it's still really fun and it's still really good. But I also recognize that like it does have its like issues if you're like a really diehard like true Alien lore person.
Man, I forgot about Prey. What a fun movie. Like, that was... I
Should've
think I
got a
actually saw
theatrical
Prey
release.
before... Yeah, I saw Prey before I even saw the first Predator.
Well, it's a prequel, so it's,
So yeah, it was
you're
perfect.
fine. But
And they're both really good.
they're both
Yeah, one last thing I will say about this movie, about the ending, is Andy gets a new directive again, which is not anything for the company. It's not protect Rain at all cost. It's do what's best for us, like him and Rain, which I thought was a good ending. Like, now, instead of just being like a servant to somebody or something, it's about like them both together.
Yeah, I thought that was really nice. And also, we didn't mention that in their fighting or whatever, the space station that they're on was going to like crash into the rings of the planet in 36 hours, but because of everything that was going on, it changed to like 40 minutes. So we had this pressure of a countdown like you do in the first movie, where like they really need to get the fuck out of there. And they end up killing Rook in the process because he was an asshole and like bad guy, and they, you know, he dies again. But
this movie reminds me so much of Lethal Company. We've got to play that together. It's so fun.
Okay.
Like, the whole idea is that you're working for this company that does not care about you, and if you don't meet your profit quota, you literally die. So it's so
down.
fun.
I'm so down. That sounds awesome.
All right. I guess you kind of already recommended it. I would say, yeah, if you really enjoy the first Alien, this is a pretty good one to go see. I can't speak to the 7 movies in between this and the first one, but I like this one. It's pretty okay. Obviously, Sydney loved it, so
yeah.
Let's get into our game.
Yay! I'm so
Let me share my screen here. And yeah, if you're listening on an audio platform, maybe head over to YouTube so that you can join in on the fun. Can you see this screen?
I can.
Alrighty. This is Name That Alien. Sydney, I'm going to show you a picture of an alien. And actually, the title is kind of a little misleading. You're going to tell me the movie name that it's from.
Okay, cool. Do I get extra points if I name what the alien is called?
Sure. Why not? And this actually, not all of them are from movies. I should say that. Like, there's TV shows, video games. Like, I just kind of threw lots of things together.
Dope. I'm excited.
Cool. So, first one. What is this from?
This is Halo, right?
This is Halo.
Yes.
That
Fuck
is
yeah,
a brute, I think. I don't know. I haven't played the Halo games in a long time.
I love the Halo games. Honestly, my favorite game franchise that I've played ever. But yeah, I don't remember the name. But hell yeah.
Well, that's 1 point. I think, let's see. You don't need that many points to win. I think you need like 6 points. So,
Okay, cool.
all right. Number 2. Some of them are going to be harder than others. What movie is this guy from?
This is from Chicken Little.
It's from Chicken Little.
I love that movie. Like, that was my movie. Like, I watched it all the time. He's so cute. I
He
love
is
him.
so cute. Look at that little guy.
It's just a little guy.
Oh, man. All right. Hopefully some of these are actually hard for you because I thought
love
Chicken
it.
Little would be kind of a curveball.
I love alien stuff, so I don't know.
I don't know. Play along at home, guys. Let's see how many points you get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You ready for number 3?
Yeah.
Where are these guys from?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, darn it.
Well, I actually have never seen this.
That's why I put it on here because I knew you hadn't seen it. I thought it
But-
would throw you off.
I mean, I know things.
Look how ugly those guys are.
They're so disgusting. It's awesome.
Oh, I love that
Go watch
movie. We've
it
got to
later.
review that movie soon. It's
Yeah.
so fun. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Man, you got 3 points already. You were just killing this. This game is going to be over in a matter of seconds.
It's okay.
What is this?
What the fuck is that? Looks like the face of an owl.
Okay, technically yes. But a movie uses owls as aliens. Do you know what movie this is?
Oh, is it Signs?
Nope.
It's
Do you want
not
another guess?
It's not Twin Peaks, right?
Nope.
Okay.
This is what aliens look like in The Fourth Kind, which is one of my favorite alien movies.
I've never seen that.
It's pretty
It's
scary,
a sequel
actually.
to Close Encounters of the Third Kind, right? Or something?
I don't think so. I think Fourth Kind is its own movie.
I didn't know that. Damn.
It's a documentary style found footage again.
You know we love those.
Yeah, so we'll have to do that soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you still got what, 4 points?
Yeah.
Or 3?
Three.
1, 2, 3. Okay, you have 3 points. What is this guy from?
Oh my god. Is this Star Wars?
It is not Star Wars.
I don't know, and I feel stupid because I definitely recognize this.
I promise you, you've most likely seen this.
Fuck, I don't know. I've definitely seen it though, and I'm gonna be really mad once you tell me.
This little guy is from Men in Black.
Okay. I have never seen those movies.
Oh, really?
But I have been on the ride at Universal, so I should have known that.
Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
I've never seen them.
Are you kidding me? Hold on. I've gotten so much shit for not seeing the stupidest of movies. Oh, you haven't seen this avant-garde movie from the 70s it's so good. Oh, you shouldn't even be reviewing movies if you haven't seen this movie in particular. You haven't seen Star Wars. You haven't seen Men in Black. And those are just what we've found out this episode that you haven't seen.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad that I somehow caught so much flack and you were just hiding under the radar with your little movies that you haven't seen.
Listen, you know what? People, you can fucking roast me in the comments. Give Max a break. I deserve it.
No, that's not true. Actually, I have had a break. I haven't had any negative comments in like months.
That's true.
And you have had some negative comments. So
I have. Yes. Yeah.
let's
Really good.
switch it back to me. Give Sydney a break. Or
Please.
take it out on Bryce. He's a big boy.
Yeah. Come on.
All right. Next picture. You still only have 3 points.
3 points, yeah.
What is this from?
What the fuck is that? I'm inclined to think it's a video game, but
It is not. I'll give you a hint. It is a movie. And it is a live action movie. It's not animated. This is just like a poster. It's like propaganda in the movie.
Have I seen this? Do you know?
Well, I don't know. It sounds like you haven't seen a lot.
Oh my god. Okay.
I will say it's a very good movie.
It's not The Ritual.
The Ritual
No, it's not.
is
'Cause
not
that's
an
not
alien
an alien.
movie.
That's not an alien. I don't know. The tree.
If you're guessing The
thing.
Ritual, you don't know this.
No, I don't know. What is it? What is it?
This is from District 9.
I've never seen that either.
Oh, that movie's so good.
Shit, I thought I was gonna be better at this. All right,
You
I can
started
still
off
win.
so strong.
I can
Yeah,
still
you can still
win.
win.
Yeah.
I think so. What is this guy from?
This is Star Wars. This
This
has
is
to be
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
good job.
Yay.
This guy's face is so funny.
That's like insane that that's in a movie. Like that is
Yeah.
like that is, looks really bad.
Yes. That guy's from Star Wars. So you have 4 points now. You only need 2 more to win.
Hell yeah. There's only 2 more, right?
I think so.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
What is this guy from?
This is a TV show.
It is a TV show.
Is this Ben 10?
This is Ben 10. This is Gray Matter from Ben 10.
Fuck yeah! Oh my god! Hell yeah. Get that Disney XD knowledge, motherfucker.
I didn't think you were getting that one at first. This is Cartoon Network. Not
Oh,
Disney
whatever.
XD, but
you know what
wow,
I
I didn't think you were going to get that one. That was some deep lore right
That
there.
is
Some
deep
deep alien
lore.
knowledge.
meant.
All right, you only need 1 more.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
What is this guy from?
Oh, I've seen this. I've definitely seen this.
I'll give you a hint. His name is also the name of the movie.
Fuck. This is definitely from the early 2000s.
Probably. I don't remember when this movie came out.
Oh my god. I've definitely seen this and it's like a distant memory for me. So I'm going to have to fold. I don't know.
This is Paul from Paul.
Paul. Yeah, fuck. I got 50%. I got 50%.
It's not bad considering you hadn't seen half the movies.
That was fun though. I liked that game a lot. That was
I
really
know. We
good.
should do that again. That was so fun.
We should. More aliens.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being yourself. Go give yourself a big old hug and treat yourself to a crumble cookie or a soda from a soda shop.
Yeah. You know.
Be kind to yourself. Also call 682-253-4468. Leave us a voicemail. Jeez. And we'll see you on the next one. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
I think this is the outro. I'm not sure.
Play the song, Sydney.
I'm trying. It's not loading. It's just not playing. I have it set. It's just not playing. Oh, shit.
You lose. You get nothing.
Hold on. It says outro update fixed, but it's not.
All right, guys, no outro music for you. Get on out of here.
I can just play something.
You get to leave class 2 minutes early.
Nothing is playing. Everything that I'm clicking on is just
Scram.
showing up.
Get on out of here. Scram.
Sorry. LOL. LOL.
You've got to end the recording.
Okay, bye. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, bye.